Las Vegas is a very famous city all around the world. Millions of people visit it every single year. Visitors come from many different countries. For tourists from other countries, it is one of the most visited cities in the United States. Only New York and Miami have more foreign visitors. To welcome all these people, Las Vegas has a lot of hotels. It has about 150,000 rooms in its hotels. This is more hotel rooms than any other city on Earth. The city of Las Vegas is not very old. It started a little over 100 years ago. Also, the number of people who live here all the time is not very big. About 2.2 million people live in the Las Vegas area. This makes it the 26th largest city in the United States by population. But the city's age and size by residents do not stop many tourists from coming. They come for one main reason. People visit Las Vegas for fun and excitement. The city is known as the entertainment capital of the world. Many think of it as a great place for adults to enjoy themselves and play. In the state of Nevada, where Las Vegas is located, it is legal to have casinos and gamble everywhere. This is special in the United States. Because of this law, Las Vegas is very famous for gambling. Most visitors, around 8 out of 10, gamble when they are there. They might bet money in the casinos. Also, more than half of the visitors go to watch one of the many shows in the city. Together, these visitors spend a lot of money. They help the economy of Nevada. Las Vegas is a top travel place globally. It is interesting because this city with so much entertainment is in the middle of a dry place. This place is the Mojave Desert. The desert is hot and it does not rain very much. Mountains around the area help make it dry. So, building such a big, busy city in this kind of place is quite surprising. 2. A city in the desert. Las Vegas is not in a green place. It is in a desert. This desert is called the Mojave Desert. The Mojave Desert is a very dry and hot place. It is one of the driest and most difficult deserts to live in North America. Life in the desert is hard because there is not much water, and temperatures can be very high. This same desert includes a place called Death Valley, which is famous for being extremely hot. Record high temperatures have been measured in this desert. Why is the area around Las Vegas so dry? High mountains are on one side of the desert. These mountains are called the Sierra Nevada Mountains. They are very tall. These mountains stand in the way of rain clouds that come from the Pacific Ocean with the west winds. The mountains act like a wall for the rain. They create something called a rain shadow on the east side. This means the land behind the mountains gets very little rain. Las Vegas is located in this rain shadow. Also, other mountains are around the city in its valley. These mountains are also high, some going up to 10,000 feet. They block even more moisture from coming into the city with the wind from beyond. So the city does not get much water from the sky. The average rain each year near Las Vegas is only about 4 inches. This is less rain than some very dry places in the world get. Sometimes it does not rain for many months in Las Vegas. For example, in 2020, it did not rain for 224 days in a row. This shows how truly dry the area is. For a very long time, there was not much natural water nearby for people to use easily. The biggest source of fresh water close to the city is the Colorado River. But this important river is about 30 miles away from the city valley. It is not right next to the place where the city grew. Because of the extreme dryness and lack of nearby water, this area was not attractive for people to live for thousands of years. It was mostly empty land with few people. Building any kind of settlement here was difficult because getting water was hard. So, for a long time, it was just sparsely populated desert land. Thinking about this history makes it seem strange to see a very big modern city like Las Vegas in this desert place today. Millions of people live here now, and tens of millions more visit each year. Building a large city with many hotels and buildings where water is so hard to find and temperatures are high was a big challenge. The city grew in a place that nature made very difficult for life. It was not an obvious place to build a famous city. 3. Big changes in Nevada. Nevada faced very hard times, just like other parts of the country. This was during the Great Depression, a time of big money problems for everyone. Many businesses closed, and many people had no work. Nevada was a very small state then. It had the smallest number of people living there compared to all other states. The state government really needed to find ways to bring money in and help the state's economy. They started looking for new and different ideas to improve the situation. In the year 1931, two significant things happened that were important for the future of Nevada. First, the state government made a new law. This law was very important. It made many types of gambling legal across the whole state. Before this, gambling was not allowed in the same open way. Nevada was the first state in the United States to legalize almost all kinds of gambling. The leaders hoped that this new law would attract people to visit Nevada and spend money, helping to fix the state's financial problems during the hard times of the Great Depression. With its very small population, Nevada needed something to make it grow and become stronger economically. Second, in the same year, 1931, a huge construction project started not far from Las Vegas. This was the beginning of building the Hoover Dam on the Colorado River, about 30 miles away. Building a structure this size needed a lot of human effort. Because of the dam project, thousands of workers moved to the area. They came from many places to work hard on building the dam. These thousands of workers lived nearby for several years while the dam was being built. After working long and hard days, they needed ways to relax and have fun in their free time. They needed entertainment and places to spend their wages. The new law making gambling legal was perfect for these workers. Because gambling was now allowed, new places could open where the workers could play games and find entertainment. This connection between the large number of workers needing things to do and the new law allowing gambling was very important. These two big events, the legal gambling and the many workers building the dam, helped start the process of big changes for the Las Vegas area. It laid the foundation for the city's future growth and its identity as a place for entertainment. 4. Water and power arrive. Big changes were happening near the city. The Hoover Dam was a very large project. After years of work, the dam was finished in 1936. This was a very important time. The dam created a very big lake. This lake is called Lake Mead. It was the biggest lake made by people in the country at that time. The dam also did something else very important. It used the power of the water from the river to make electricity. This is called hydropower. With the dam finished, two important things came to the desert city: water and power. Water from Lake Mead could now come to the city. This water was needed for people to live and for the city to grow. Also, the electricity made by the dam could now power homes, businesses, and lights. Having water and electricity changed everything for the city in the desert. Before, it was hard to live there. Now, with a good supply of water and power, more people wanted to come. More money also started to come to the area. People saw a chance to build and make the city bigger. Because of the dam and the new supplies of water and power, the city started to grow quickly. Many people moved there. By 1960, the city had 64,000 people. It became the biggest city in the state of Nevada. 10 years later, by 1970, the population was even bigger, more than 125,000 people. The city continued to grow very fast in the years that followed, adding many thousands more people. The Hoover Dam brought the things needed for a big city to live in a dry place. Water and power made it possible for the city to become much, much larger than before. The small city in the desert was changing fast. 5. More people, more water. After water and power came to Las Vegas, the city started to change very quickly. More and more people moved there. The city grew very fast. In 1960, about 64,000 people lived in Las Vegas. This made it the biggest city in the state of Nevada. But the city did not stop growing. Only 10 years later, in 1970, there were more than 125,000 people living in Las Vegas. This number was bigger than the total number of people in the whole state of Nevada just 30 years before. The city continued to get bigger and bigger. Between 1990 and the year 2000, the number of people living there almost doubled again. Las Vegas became one of the fastest growing cities in the country. With so many more people, the city needed much more water. Water is very important for people to live, to drink, and for all the businesses and hotels. Living in the desert means water is not easy to find. The city needed a large, steady supply of water. Where did all this water come from? Most of the water for Las Vegas comes from one main place. This place is Lake Mead. Lake Mead is a very large lake located behind the Hoover Dam. The dam helped make this big lake. But Lake Mead itself needs water. The water for Lake Mead comes from a big river. This river is called the Colorado River. The Colorado River starts far away in the mountains. Water from melting snow in the mountains flows into the river. The river travels a long way and fills Lake Mead. So, the water that people use in their homes and hotels in Las Vegas comes from the Colorado River, stored in Lake Mead. Almost 90% of the city's fresh water today comes from this source. The growth of Las Vegas and its need for water are closely connected. More people meant a much bigger demand for water from Lake Mead and the Colorado River. This connection between the growing city and its water source became very important for the future. 6. Sharing the river. Many years ago, states near the big Colorado River had a very important question. They needed to decide how to share the river's water among them. The river is long and flows through 7 different states in the western United States. All these states needed the water for their people, cities, and farms. So, in the 1920s, before the Great Hoover Dam was fully built, these 7 states worked together to make a plan. They created an official agreement. It was called the Colorado River Compact. This important paper explained how much water each state was allowed to take from the river each year. The agreement divided the states into 2 main groups. There were upper states and lower states. California, Arizona, and Nevada were the lower states. They were given about half of the total water from the river. But within this half, Nevada received only a very small share. Nevada got just 4% of the water for the lower states. This small share seemed okay at that time, because not many people lived in Nevada, and Las Vegas was a very small town. However, the people who made the agreement made a mistake. They looked at the river's water levels for just the last 30 years. These 30 years were unusually wet. They had more rain and snow than was normal over a longer time. So, they thought the river had much more water every year than it really did over hundreds of years. This meant the agreement promised more water to the states than the river could consistently provide. This is a key problem called over-allocation of the river's water. Today, the situation is more difficult. There is even less water in the Colorado River than the old agreement thought. The weather patterns have changed. Less snow falls in the Rocky Mountains, where the river starts. Hotter temperatures also make water dry up from the land and reservoirs faster. This means less water flows into Lake Mead and down the river. As a result, Lake Mead, the large lake created by the Hoover Dam, is getting smaller. The water level has gone down a lot over recent years. This drop in water level makes the challenge of sharing the river's water much harder for all the states, especially for Las Vegas. Las Vegas depends heavily on Lake Mead for almost all the water it uses. Also, the number of people living in the southwestern states has grown greatly since the 1920s. Many more people need water now, but the amount of water available from the river is less and still falling. This difficult situation means the states must find new ways to manage and save water from the Colorado River in the years ahead. Sharing this limited resource is a major challenge. 7. Saving every drop. Las Vegas is very good at saving water. The city must save water because there is not much water in the desert. Most of the city's water comes from Lake Mead. Nevada only gets a small part of the water from the Colorado River, so the city uses smart ways to save water. Water used inside buildings is cleaned and used again. This is water from sinks, showers, and toilets in homes and hotels. After people use the water, it goes to special places to be cleaned. Then, this clean water goes back to Lake Mead. This way, the city uses the water more than once. Using indoor water this way helps Las Vegas stay within its water limits. The city also has rules for using water outside. For example, there are rules about when people can water their gardens and grass. They cannot water every day. Because of these smart ideas, Las Vegas uses less water now than in the past. This is true even though many more people live in the city now. In fact, the city uses 26% less water today compared to 20 years ago. In that time, 750,000 more people came to live here. One new rule helps save even more water. The city does not want grass that is just for looks. This means grass areas that no one uses. This grass is being removed. Grass needs a lot of water to stay green, about 73 gallons for 1 square foot every year. But desert plants use much less water, only about 18 gallons for 1 square foot each year. The city gives money to people to take out their grass and plant desert plants. This helps save many gallons of water each year. The Southern Nevada Water Authority, which manages water, says this will save around 9.5 billion gallons yearly. This is almost 10% of the city's water supply. Las Vegas is showing other cities how to live and save water in a dry place. 8. Las Vegas and the future. Las Vegas is a good example for saving water. Many cities in dry places around the world can learn from it. Las Vegas must be good at saving water because it is in the desert and does not have much water. They save water in smart ways. Water used inside homes, hotels, and other buildings is sent to special places to be cleaned. After cleaning, this water goes back to Lake Mead. This process is called recycling or returning water. Because they recycle so much water, the city uses less new water from the lake. This is a very clever system. They also have rules about using water outside. It is not easy to water grass in the desert. The city made rules to limit when people can water their gardens. Now they are removing grass that is only for looks, like grass along roads or in front of businesses. This non-functional grass uses a lot of water. They are putting in plants that need much less water, like plants that naturally grow in the desert. Using these desert plants instead of grass saves a lot of water each year, like 9.5 billion gallons. City officials even pay homeowners to remove their grass and put in desert plants to help save more water. The future will be difficult for Las Vegas and other cities in dry areas. There is less water available now than in the past. More people will need water as cities continue to grow. Lake Mead, the main source of water for Las Vegas, is getting smaller. This is because there is less rain and snow falling in the mountains that feed the Colorado River, and it is hotter, which makes water go away faster. Experts who study the climate think water levels will probably go down more in the next several decades. Many millions of people in different states use water from the Colorado River. Recently, the government had to give less water from the river to these states, including Nevada. Las Vegas received a smaller amount of water from the river. But because the city is so good at saving and recycling water, it can still meet the needs of its people and visitors today, even with less water given to them. It is still a hard situation, and challenges will continue. But Las Vegas shows how to live in the desert with smart ideas and planning. It is a story of finding ways to make life possible for millions of people and visitors in a very difficult, dry place. Other cities that will face water problems in the future can look to Las Vegas for ideas. What other cities do you know that are smart about using water?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.